that to be move forward and that to happen. But because it is well established that countries with independent central banks have better economic outcomes over time, this part of our transition to stable and steady growth with lower inflation, that is the kind of economy that delivers for working families. And so we're just going to give the Federal Reserve the space to do what they need to do.
And then secondly, there are reports that the U.S. Innovation and Competition Act to expand production of semiconductors could be slimmed down. What do you think about this? Would you still support a slimmed down version?
Well, we appreciate, we know the House and the Senate have been working very hard to get on a bipartisan basis through the conference process. So we're encouraged by the process in that, by the progress in that, and we support an effort to find common ground, to reach a final agreement. And so the President and Congress share the same goal, which is to have something done by this summer. And so we know that companies are making decisions this summer on where to invest next year, but we know that they're currently working really hard to make sure that this is a bipartisan process. Okay.
Two quick ones for you, or two subjects for you, Karine. Thank you. What is there any change in the White House's involvement in this ongoing attempt to get back to missing Americans in Ukraine, or any coordination with the Ukrainian government in trying to do so? And has the president either been in touch with or sought to speak with their families?
So we can't confirm these reports. We don't know where their whereabouts are. We are working very hard to learn more about this, about these Americans who are now missing. Our hearts go out to their families during this difficult time that they're going through. It's worth repeating, and we have said this many times, that it is not the time to go to it's not the time for Americans to go to Ukraine during this time of war. The State Department has put out numerous travel advisories warning Americans not to travel there, and urging Americans to leave immediately if you are.
You mentioned the president's the former chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee. He was involved in the confirmation of Clarence Thomas. There are reports this morning about his wife and her interactions with John Eastman, the attorney who was pushing the idea that Vice President Pence could do something to block the certification. And now the January 6th committee says they are planning to talk to her. Yeah. Does the president have any concern about Justice Thomas continuing to serve on the court, or would he perhaps suggest that he should recuse himself from any cases that come before it regarding January 6th?
So that is something that the court has to decide. That is not for us to comment on. I can say this: we have full confidence in the Select Committee, January 6th Select Committee, and it is for them to decide how they're going to move forward on their particular process that they're going through.
Does he plan to watch the hearings today or in the coming
days? Well,
I
think he has said this before, and I've said this a couple days ago. He's probably going to catch it here and there. He has a busy schedule. I'm sure folks around him, his senior staff, will update him as needed. Okay, Peter.
Thanks, Karine. Why is the president saying that Why is the president saying that inflation is worse everywhere but here?
Because what we have seen across the globe, first of all, inflation is a global challenge, as we have said. It is caused by clearly the pandemic, this once-in-a-generation pandemic